This video has been brought to you by DataVinci Analytics Agency.
Let's get started with LifeCycle reports in GA4. Now this is going to be very simple, as you'll see. Or is it? So let us start with the topics that we are going to cover in this video. We'll start with the LifeCycle reports, then we'll talk about acquisition reports, engagement reports, monetization reports, and what is the retention overview in LifeCycle reports. So I'll briefly go over each and every report in this video through this presentation, and then we'll go to the GA4 and get some practical experience or hands-on experience in the GA4. Now, what are the challenges because of which we need to create this video, or we need to talk about the reports in GA4? So, businesses want to understand the effectiveness of different marketing channels in driving new users. They want to track the customer journey from initial contact to final conversion. They want to determine the ROI of marketing campaigns and user acquisition costs, and to track revenue trends and identify the most profitable user segments. Overall, to increase the conversion rate, increase profitability, you need data and you need to understand what is happening to your website, which we'll answer through the reports. Now, how this video will help? The video will give you clarity on lifecycle, acquisition, engagement, and monetization reports to understand business and user dynamics. It will give you guidance on evaluating the effectiveness of marketing channels for better user acquisition strategies. It will enable you with the technologies for mapping the customer journey to enhance marketing and user experience. And it will also enable you with the methods to calculate marketing ROI, user acquisition costs, and identify profitable user segments for informed financial planning. Okay, so let us start with our GA4 dashboard. So firstly, you need to select the right property in which the data is flowing from your website or application. Then from the left menu bar, you can select reports, and various types of reports will open. And as we discussed about lifecycle reports, so these are the various lifecycle reports like acquisition, engagement, monetization, and retention. So firstly, we will discuss the acquisition reports, and we will go to acquisition overview. So for any report, the first thing that we need to do is select the date range of that particular report. It can be the last 7 days, it can be last 28 days, last 12 months, or you can just select any custom date range that you want. You can also compare two different date range, data for two different date range if you need that kind of analysis. So, over here, we'll just keep it to last 30 days and let us apply this particular date range. So in acquisition overview, what you will see is a group of different charts. Like for example, this chart is telling us the users and new users for the last 30 days. Over here, this chart will tell us the users in the last 30 minutes. This is kind of a real-time report. Here, we can get to know about a combination of different metrics and dimensions. Like for here, it is telling us the new users by a particular dimension, that is first user default channel groups. So it will tell the performance of each of the channels. Now, if you have linked any other tool with Google Analytics, you can see the performance for that tool as well. Like I have linked Google Ads with my Google Analytics, so I can see the performance of various Google Ad campaigns over here. And similarly, if any other tool you have added, you can see the charts over here. So acquisition overview is basically used for general and brief overview if you want to have, and it is not used for detailed kind of analysis. For any detailed analysis, we use user acquisition reports or traffic acquisition reports. Now, what is the difference between user acquisition and traffic acquisition? So let's discuss that. Now, in user acquisition report, what we get to know is the first user info, that is first user default channel group or first user source or medium. So what it refers to is the very first channel through which a user discovered and interacted with your website or app. So what is the use for this is you can get to know which channel was effective at attracting new customers. Now, again, you need to select the date range. Now here there is a chart and a combination of dimension and metric. So the dimension that is selected is first user default channel group. I can change the dimension. Let's say I want to see data for first user medium. So this is the data for first user medium. And if I want to add any other dimension against this dimension, so I can do that as well. If I want to see campaign names, so I'll add campaign, and you can select from various metrics what you want to see. I want to see session campaign name. So for each of the user medium, there will be different campaigns, and the performance through metrics you can see over here. Now there is new user, engaged session, engagement rate, event counts, conversion. So you can also select from various events and various conversions for which conversion you want to see the data. Again, it depends upon what kind of data you are sending to your website. So I want to see the conversion data for custom lead form submit. So I'll select this, and for this user medium and for this campaign, I can get the data about conversions that are custom lead form submit. I can choose any other conversion like appointment form submission. So you can choose any type of event or conversion out of the data that you are sending to the report. Now we can also customize these reports if you want to add any metric, or if you don't want to see any metric for your analysis, you can go over here to the customize reports option. This is below the date range selector. So here you can add dimensions as we did over here by clicking on this plus sign. You can also add through the search bar, and similarly you can add metrics. If you want to add any other metric, like I want to see the event category, I can add that. If I don't want to see, for example, this engagement rate, so I can just remove this and I can apply. So the report will change according to my selected dimensions and metrics. If I want to add any filter over here that I only want to see the channel for direct, so I can add that filter as well. And similarly, if I want to make changes to these charts, I can definitely make these charts instead of bar chart, I want to see a scatter chart, so I can apply it, and this will be a scatter chart. So there are various customization options that you can select for this report depending upon your needs, and then you can save this report into a new report, or you can save the changes into this current report. So without saving, we'll go back to the other acquisition report, that is the traffic acquisition report. So what traffic acquisition report will tell us is the channel of the current session. So for example, if a person has two different sessions, the first session that person discovered through paid search, but the other session was through direct. So if we see for session default channel group, that both the sessions will be accounted for different channels. But if we see for the first default channel group, now both the sessions will be attributed to paid search, as the user initially they discovered the website through paid search. So this is the basic difference between traffic acquisition reports and user acquisition. Similarly, in this report also you can add any dimension if you want. So let us add the same dimension. I can get the campaign info. There are different metrics. You can customize these metrics through this customization report option over here. So this was how you can view the acquisition reports through reports section. Now there is also another option that you can choose, that is through explore reports. So we will also see how we can make explore reports and see the acquisition information for our website. So let us name this exploration report as LifeCycle reports, and we will see for various reports how we can get the same information from explore also. So this is used when you need more customized and deep analysis. You can choose to make explore reports. So this is a free form report. Now again, first thing that you need to do is select the desired date range. So we'll select the same last 30 days. Now here you need to manually add dimensions and metrics. So let us add dimension first user default channel group, and let us add session default channel group. So as we discuss the difference between those two, and for metrics, let us add users and sessions, total users and sessions. You can add whatever sessions and whatever metrics or whatever dimensions you want to see. But since right now we're talking about acquisition, so we'll import these two. Now, in the row, this you can drop and drag whatever dimension that you need. Let us select the first user default channel group, and in the values, this is where we need to select the metrics. So I want to see total users as well as sessions. So I can again get this data through Explore report. Now, if I want to see the data for session default channel group, I can do that as well. You can add multiple dimensions over here as well. If I want to see the campaign name as well, I'll just import another dimension, campaign, I'll import it, and you can just select the dimension over here and it will give you a breakdown for the other dimension. Now here also you can apply filters. You can choose the cell type. It can be a bar chart, it can be heat map, or any other type that you feel is required for your analysis. And you can select the filter over here. Like I want to see the first user default channel group that contains direct. So I'll choose and apply. So it will tell us about the direct. Now, okay, I need to select this dimension and add the first user default channel group. You can change the sequence of dimensions as well. And yeah, you can choose. You can see the data according to this filter that you have applied over here. So this is how you can see the data for acquisition. And let us get to our next chapters. Okay, so now let us move to our third chapter, engagement reports in Google Analytics 4. So let's see what engagement reports tells us. Now, after we have acquired the user, now is the time to discuss what they're actually doing on the website or application. That is, what are their interactions? What are their engagements? So this is what we can get to know through engagement reports. Now, picture the same scenario where you own an online bookstore and it has various sections like bestseller, new arrival, reviews, and author interactions. So how engagement report will help? Now, the first thing is it will give you user interaction insights. That is, after analyzing your engagement report, you notice that users have spent a lot of time in the reviews section, but not as much as in the new arrivals. However, the bestseller section has the highest number of ebooks download. So now what will you do? You need to optimize the content. Now, equipped with this information, you might choose to feature some of the new arrivals within the review section to increase visibility. Additionally, you could explore ways to make the bestseller section even more engaging to boost sales further. Now let us understand this in the GA4 dashboard. So below the acquisition reports is the engagement report section. Now the user's engagement can be understood by what events were being fired throughout their user journey through their actions, and out of those events, what were the conversion events, and similarly, what all pages did they visit during their session, and out of those pages, what were the landing pages. So by these parameters, we can measure what was the engagement overview. Now there are several components within this engagement report: overview, event, conversion, pages and screens, and landing page. So we'll discuss them. And now the first one is engagement overview. So like acquisition overview, here also you can see several cards. Now again you can select the date range first, and after that you can see there are different cards which can tell you the basic overview details about the engagement, that like average engagement time, engaged session per user, the views, event count. There is a live counter for users in the last 30 minutes. Then, as we discussed, events and page views. So it is event count by event name. There is a card for this. There is a card for views by page title. Then there is a card for user activity over time, and so on. And even other than these cards, you can add many more cards if you go to customize option and you select the add cards option. So there are many inbuilt cards that you can select and you can see in your reports. For example, if I want to see users by gender, users by country, so I can add the card. And yeah, so here you can see the users by gender, users by country. So pretty much this is an overview, and you can get a very brief understanding, but you can get this understanding easily. You do not need to do much, but this is not for detailed analysis. For detailed analysis, let us move back to the detailed components. So the second component is event. Now these are the events which combine the default GA4 events and the custom events which we have created via JTM and sending their data to GA4. Now you can also make custom events through GA4 UI as well, but we recommend doing it using Google Tag Manager only. So you can expand this and you can see all the events over here. Now this is the dimension over here, event. Now these are the metrics: event count, total user, event count per user, revenue. As ours is a lead gen site, so the revenue won't be there. The sessions are there. You can also add dimensions, a secondary dimension to it, like you can add city over here. So against each of the event, you can get the city, or you can add country. Similarly, you can add any of the secondary dimension over here and see the data. Again, you can customize the metrics through customize reports option. If you do not want to see several metrics, like I don't want to see total revenue, so I can just cross this and I can apply. I won't be seeing the revenue. Again, there are different charts over here, which is telling us the event count by event name over time. So for which event, what was the count? And this is for a range of time that we have selected. Now this is the same, this is telling us the same thing, but the visualization is through bar charts. So this was about the events component. Now let us move to conversions. Now again, what are conversions? So this depends upon the specific goals or objectives of your website or application. So conversions typically represent the desired user action that contribute to your business objective. And out of all the events that are being recorded by GA4, you can choose which events can be made a conversion depending upon your business needs. So here, these are the conversions. Again, for conversions, you can see several metrics, and these are the charts. You can customize this report also through customize reports option. You can add or remove metrics according to your need. And now let us move to pages and screens. Now, why is it pages and screens? So what is the difference between pages and screen is when we are tracking any website. So what we see is pages and page views, and while tracking applications, we talk about screens, that is screen name, screen class, etc. So here you can see the page path and screen class. So what this will tell is that the visitors or your website user, they visited which of the pages or how many pages were visited by the users. So this is also sort of engagement only, like if I enter a website, then I view their blog page. So this is my engagement, and this is telling us the same thing, that what are all are the pages that they have visited, and what was the average engagement time, what was the event count on all these pages. For blog page, how many events were fired, how many of them were conversions. Similarly, you can view all the metrics. So this is how we can talk about pages. Now, within the pages, some can be landing pages as well. So we can specifically see the performance, the engagement performance for landing pages. So if these are the landing pages, we can see the metrics, session, user, average session duration, and bounce rate. So we can see the engagement metrics for landing pages as well. So this was about the engagement report through report section. Now we can similarly see these to explore, like we saw for acquisition. So let us quickly open our LifeCycle reports that we made. So let us select event name. Yeah. Okay, we can select page title. We can have landing pages. And for the engagement metrics, we have total user session. We can also have some other engagement metrics like engagement rate. And let us import. So here we can select the dimensions. I want event name. Let us select event count also. Event count. So you need to remove the earlier applied filters, and you need to select the metrics again. So this is the event report. Now you can add as many dimensions and metrics as you need according to your analysis requirements. You can apply filters as well if you want for a specific event, or you can change the visualization type. So these are all the things that we discussed in acquisition as well. We can, instead of event name, we can have page title, and then we can see the metrics for this page title. So this is how you can view the engagement reports through explore section. And now let's move to our next chapter. So now let us move towards our final chapters, that is the monetization reports in GA4 and retention overview. We'll go through them one by one. So let's start with monetization reports. Now, monetization reports in GA4 track the revenue generating activities on your website or application. These insights are vital for measuring the financial performance of your products and services, provided your website or application does have an e-commerce aspect to it. Now, envision your online bookstore utilizes various monetization strategies like direct book sales, affiliate links, and promotional author events. So how will monetization reports help? So it will help you in revenue tracking. That is, by reviewing the monetization reports, you can find out that direct sales from your highlighted staff picks section generate the most revenue, while affiliate links have a lower conversion rate. So with the help of this knowledge, you can refine your strategy. That is, you may decide to enhance the visibility of your staff picks section and renegotiate terms with the affiliates or adjust their placement. Additionally, you could increase promotions for author events, which show a promising growth in interest and potential revenue. So this is how you can refine and fine-tune your strategies using the monetization reports in order to increase your revenue. The last chapter is the retention overview. So let us understand. The retention reports in GA4 provide insights into how well your website or application keeps users coming back over time. Now, these reports are crucial for assessing user loyalty and long-term value for your marketing efforts. Again, imagine your online bookstore not only sells books but also offers a membership for monthly book recommendation and exclusive content. So how will retention reports help? Firstly, it'll give you the knowledge of the user return rates. That is, after delving into the retention reports, you observe that members who engaged with your exclusive content have a higher return rate, indicating strong user retention for that segment. Secondly, you are armed with this information. Now, you may decide to enhance your membership program by adding more exclusive content and personalized book recommendations to encourage even greater retention. So this is how retention overview will help you keep the users coming back to your website and keep them to your website for a longer period of time. Now, this was all about the monetization reports and retention overview. So let us see them in the GA4 dashboard. Okay, so let us view the monetization reports and retention overview. So firstly, we'll view the monetization reports. So in the monetization, the first component is the overview. So as you can see, there are a number of cards as we saw in acquisition overview as well. So these cards will tell you a basic overview of what is happening on your website regarding the e-commerce or monetization point of view. Now, obviously, our site is a lead gen website and it is not an e-commerce website. So the revenue data will not be available for our site. But anyway, we can understand what are the different dimensions and metrics and how you can understand for your e-commerce website. So this is the basic card that will tell you the total revenue, purchase revenue, total ad revenue across the selected timeline. Here it will be purchasers, how many were the first-time purchasers for the desired timeline. Now there are several other cards that can tell you the dimensions and metrics like item purchased by item name, item purchased by item list name, item viewed in promotion. So these are the different combinations of dimensions and metrics which you can view: product revenue by product ID, publisher ad impressions. So this is a basic overview, as we have seen in other reports, that you can get for your e-commerce section. Now coming to the first main section for detailed analysis, that is the e-commerce purchases. So here, as we have seen in other reports, also you will see some cards, and then there is a table which has a dimension, and then there are certain metrics attached to it. So here for the cards, there will be item viewed by item name, and items viewed and items added to cart by item name. So these are the charts. Again, you can modify any of the charts or dimensions or metrics through customized report, as we have done this earlier as well. Now here, what the automatic dimension is item name. So against item name, how many items were viewed for this particular item, how many were added to cart, how many were purchased, and what was the revenue for this particular item for the desired timeline. So you can get all this data. Now we'll go to the third component, that is the purchase journey. So in the purchase journey, you'll get to see a closed funnel that starts from the session start and it ends at purchase. So what is the funnel? How many people start, then how many view the product, then how many add that product to the basket. From the basket, how many begin their checkout and actually purchase. So you can see the complete funnel, and you can understand where is the friction point or pain point where the most people are dropping off. So you can have this kind of analysis from the funnel, and you can break this funnel down by device categories or any other dimension that you need. So you can see this data from purchase journey. Then there is checkout journey. So in this checkout journey, it starts, this closed funnel starts from begin checkout and ends at purchase. So usually the checkout process has multiple steps where you begin the checkout, then you add your delivery information, then the payment information, and then finally purchase. So it is important to see that if a person starts checkout, but if he or she does not complete the purchase, then what was the reason? Is the payment gateway not implemented correctly, or are there difficulties over here? So you can definitely improve this, and this is also very useful information that you need for advanced analysis. Again, you can break this down by device any of the dimension. For example, we can also break this down by town or country for that matter. So we can break this any way we want, and you'll see the data for what is happening for which city, or what is happening for a mobile user or for desktop user. So you can also get to know, like for mobile, how many people are not completing their purchase at which step. For desktop, how many people are stuck at a particular step. So you can optimize the processes for those particular users as well. Now there is a component for in-app purchases. So if your website has also applications linked to it, so you can view the purchase data and revenue data for that app. So here again there is the product ID, quantity, product revenue, average product revenue. That is the typical dimensions and metrics combination that you can view for your in-app purchases. Now these two are interesting monetization components, that is publisher ads. So for properties that monetize through ads, this report provides data on ads revenue. That is obviously that is when your website is integrated with a supported platform like Google AdSense and other. So this is basically a pre-made detailed report that shows how each advertisement you included in your website or application has the engagement or revenue associated with each advertisement. So what was the advertisement's performance that you included. So this will tell you that. And then there is a promotion section. So the promotion report in GA4 is part of e-commerce set of reports designed to help marketers understand the performance of promotional activities on their website or application. This report provides insights into how promotional efforts such as discount codes, special offers, etc. Influence the user behavior and sales. So there are different metrics that you can see: items viewed in promotion, items clicked. There is CTR, conversion rate, transaction revenue, and average order value. You can add any of the metrics other than this that you want. So you can do this all through the customize report option. Now this was all about the monetization reports. If you have an e-commerce section on your website, you can definitely get a detailed analysis through e-commerce purchase journey, checkout journey. And if you are showing certain ads through your website, and if you are earning revenue through them, then you can definitely see the publisher ads. And if you are running any promotion on your website, if you are having some special campaigns, then you can go visit the promotion section, and then you can see what all is happening on the promotions part. So now let us move to our final chapter, that is the final life cycle report, that is retention. Now in retention, what we see is that how often users are returning back to our website. That is, it helps businesses understand how well they are keeping their users engaged over time. Now there are different parameters to judge this, and we'll go through each card one by one. There is this basic cards where we can see how many were new users and how many users did return. So how many were the returning users over a period of time. Then there is this card which tells the user retention by cohort. So what does this mean? Now, user retention by cohort measures the percentage of users who return to your site or app after their initial visit. So cohorts are nothing but a group of users segmented by time of their first engagement, typically organized by day, week, or month. So whatever is your grouping method. Now this metric helps identify how well the site retains users over time. So the second card is user engagement by cohort. Now, user engagement by cohort tracks how engaged users are with your website or application in their subsequent visit after their first engagement. So, engagement can be measured by metrics such as session duration, pages viewed, or specific actions taken within the site or app. Now, analyzing engagement by cohort helps you understand not just if users return, which is being told by this chart, but how they interact with your content or product over time. So this insight can guide improvements to user experience, content, and features that drive higher engagement. Now there is this card for user retention. So what it tells is that it gives you a overall look at the percentage of users who return to your site or app after their first visit without the cohort segmentation. So it provides a broader view of how sticky your site or app is across users. So now moving to the user engagement card. Now, user engagement measures how users interact with your website or application. High engagement levels indicate that users find your content valuable and are likely to spend more time and take meaningful actions on your website. Now, why is it important? It is important because it gives you the understanding of user engagement, and it helps you to identify what works well and what doesn't in terms of content functionality and user experience. Obviously, improving user engagement is often key to increasing retention, as more engaged users are more likely to return. Now, this is a card for lifetime value. So, lifetime value in context of the retention overview report estimates the total revenue a user is expected to generate throughout their entire period of interaction with your website or application. This is a crucial metric for understanding the long-term value of retaining users. So, it helps you to assess the financial impact of retention efforts. By understanding the value of a user over time, you can make more informed decision about how much to invest in acquiring and retaining users. It is particularly useful for evaluating the ROI of marketing campaigns and retention strategies. So this retention overview report helps overall to let you know that how many people are returning, if they're returning, how many are engaging, and what is the overall cost of their retention. So this can help you make informed and strategic decisions, so you can improve your ROI for the campaigns, and you can improve your overall sales performance. So this was all about the LifeCycle reports that we have covered, from acquisition to engagement to monetization and retention. So this was the final part of the LifeCycle reports, that is the retention overview. So that wraps up our exploration of the LifeCycle reports in GA4, covering reports from acquisition, engagement, monetization, and retention. Thank you for joining me on this analytics journey that empowers your data-driven decisions. Remember, understanding your user's journey is key to your success. If you found value in this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights. Until next time, remember, data is your story and you are the one to tell it. May the force be with you as you harness the power of GA4 to elevate your business strategy. For more information, tips, and strategies, stay tuned to DataVinci Consulting. And as always, keep analyzing and keep optimizing.